Good night, Shabbos, Parshas Baha'alotcha. Parshas Baha'alotcha. So the question is, what are we doing over here? What's the point? What's the purpose? It's Dvar Torah of Shabbos, and it's a nice Dvar Torah. What are we? What's going on? What are we doing? What's the goal? What's the desire behind it all? What's the intention? Because if we don't have the intention, then it's we go into our heads, and then we get stuck in the heads. Now, of course, the head is deciding, can override the heart, the desires, clearly, because the behemoth just wants to do anything, but we have stuff that we don't do. Whatever we measure in our own minds as it's an ishgit famir, or it's beneath me, or above me, all that is moich shalat al-lev. If I think it's above me, then maybe it's where the heart is shalat al-moich. So the Indian is to, of course, we have to get into. It's all about feeling. Oneness comes with feeling it in the body, feeling it, being fully connected with everything, full experience, full expression. I mean, Einad Movada, Eibishter is everywhere and everything, all the way down to 2022. Whatever you're experiencing, all we got to bring is to bring the intention in there, to bring the mindfulness, to bring the gut into it, the teferes. So what we're talking here is we're talking Torah's Chasidus with intention. What does it mean? And being able, having the tools to apply it, because different people have different experiences of expression, different expressions, different ways of expressing themselves. But if all the way at the bottom we're expressing ourselves in physical, so there's going to be isgalus, in the physical, literally, ein ba'ain, and Zeh Hashem. I think it was in today's Tanya somewhere, or not somewhere I saw it. Anyways, so we went in from Bamidbar. Bamidbar was where we're going into. In the Midbar, when we were in the Midbar, it was Machshava Dibur. There was no Maisa. Everything that happened when we were in the Nana covered is the Machshava and Dibur. Because there was no place, there was no deals, there was nothing going on. All they were doing a machshava, and then they were speaking, Malchus Peh. But the mindset only happened once we came into Eretz Yisrael. Because Ayid only operates in Eretz Yisrael. Once we walked in from there, now from that belly we walked in, we spread out to all types of Gullus as far away. Gullus is far away from the light, where there is more choshech, more illusion, and ultimately we're just an extension from Eretz HaKodesh. It's just an extension, but really our hearts and minds is in Eretz HaKodesh. Everything we do is from the Pnimius. It's the kavanah, it's the intention. We're not looking at it from the outside. So in the Midbar we trained our minds and our peh, and then we came into Eretz Yisrael. We walked in from there. And there's a desire, there's a pull, there's a yearning, a calling to wake up to yourself, wake up to what do you really, put your intention, what am I experiencing, be present, forget about what you want, just be present with whatever it is, just be present. So Bamidbar, from there we went into Nasai, where it's pick up your heads, be counted. Do you want to pick up your head, or you want to keep your head down? What do you want? Do you want to be counted, stand up to be counted, as somebody that wants to experience, wants to live a higher vibration, stepping into a higher vibration, to a meaningful life? Stepping into stuff that's meaningful, because ultimately once I become present I can feel for real because I'm present in the feeling. I'm like, no, this does not talk to me. Yes, this does feel good to me. So that's all happens when we step into being present and mindful. That's the Kavam Torah. I'm finally balanced out. Finally balanced out. So from there, Nase, standing up, is Baha'alotcha. Baha'alotcha Saneres. This is, once you understand the midbar, and then the Nase means stepping into to who I am, stepping into my right to Torah, to express myself in a high conscience, and then is Baha'alotcha Saneres. That's when you can start lighting up the 7 candles. What are the 7 candles? The 7 candles are the 7 midas, the attributes. We just finished the whole series with that. Stepping into the 7 candles, and that's when I can light up the fire. And it can light up the fire. Once I have intention, I take responsibility. I choose to be counted and step out from my small mindedness, from my das tachten. I take the initiative. I break out of the mold, the chomer levenim. Then you're playing for real. You can start playing the real game of exchanging energy with energy, putting out a positive, receiving a positive, putting out a negative, receiving it right in the head, staying grounded, staying focused, and that's where the shefa comes. Once I'm in peace and once I'm in flow, then the shefa must come. It has no other. It can't be anything else, because whatever I am, that's what I project. That's what happens. If I can't take myself up, I can't take my spouse up. If I can only take myself 50%, I can only deal with her 50%. So on and so forth. And so the same thing goes in business and money. If I don't deserve, if I can't take myself up, then that's what it is. I'm always behind. We're not. We're always exactly present, just in the mind. So I want to do over here from the Moed 9. So we're talking here about, he brings a mashal here that when we talk to a person, who are we really talking to? Who am I really talking to when you talk to the person? Because he's like, you're not talking to the goof, you're not talking to the body, because the body has no life, because once it dies, it's dead. Tune into that. Once you take the body out of the equation, what's there? What's there when you take the body out? What's the heartbeat? What is the intelligence? What is that? That is the neshama. That is what we're talking about. That from that place you can understand the higher vibration. You can understand the warmth in the body. You can understand the warmth to feel how to express myself, to do a good deed. And also he goes into the tzaddik and the rasha. He's like, everything is in the letters, everything is in the words. The words means like your interaction. Once you have the 7 candles, they're lit. And he says that the light, once you light up the candles, it cleans out the letters, it cleans out my machshava, it cleans out all the machshava zaras, it burns it. It burns the lizard, which means that the capsule and what the good intention is wrapped in, which sometimes could be very painful. These, by lighting up the 7 candles, stepping into yourself and taking ownership, you're lighting up your midas, your attributes, and that cleans the mind. So what the incoming is pure letters, higher quality, and then so it keeps going, which means that higher quality means that the problems that you had, the low frequency, that can't enter because you don't speak that language. You only speak a higher language, a higher consciousness. So when that thing that used to bother you doesn't exist in a higher consciousness, it's as simple as when there is a fruit out for too long, the flies are coming. But they don't come when it's not there. They only get that low when it meets them there. They only get that high when it's that low, when there's an open, something is rotting away. So too, if I raise my awareness, I raise my consciousness, I light up my candles, then the quality of the letters that are entering in my life are different. They're different quality. And ultimately, the difference between a tzaddik and a rasha, listen to this. The difference between a tzaddik and rasha, we're all like, what's the tzaddik? It's very simple. It's like, how are you going to play with your letters? What are you doing with your currency? That's the real parnasa. What are you doing with your currency? I'm receiving a situation. Am I going to raise it into a high vibration? Am I going to pick it up? That's the tzaddik. The rasha indulges in that. Keep staying down there. Now, that can mean even, feeling, I don't know, I guess, I don't want to say miserable. That can mean that too, I don't know. Like you have a choice to be happy, but I know it's tough. It's hard. I know it's hard. But the idea is that once you step in, it says that everything else is going to fall away. So that's Baha'u'llah's chasaneres. To light up your candles, light up your mind, tune into yourself, check your state of being, feel the flow of Shabbos coming in, the healing, what to do with it, just that feeling that you feel over Shabbos. Just be present, be mindful, and let it's a koach, it's an energy that heals. It washes away the whole week, the pain, and another layer gets taken away with that. It's like it melts it down, or turns into dust. All right, I think that's pretty much it. The Hebrew say Arn is in the parsha this week, so the Arn is moving. Have an awesome Shabbos.